Hey guys, and welcome to this channel. It's me, Nick Memes, a Solana meme coin decision trader. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can trade those Solana meme coins right here on BullX. I'm going to introduce a strategy to you, how to find those coins, what to look for in the coins. So I want this to be like a complete mini tutorial, and my goal is to deliver this information in as simple manner as possible. Now, BullX is a great platform. It has the most features when it comes to trading. It also helps you to prevent getting rug pulled because it has very nice audit reports, and you can get BullX from the description of this video or from the top comment under this video. And if it puts you to a waitlist like it did to this person, you can paste the link into the chat and skip the waitlist because this platform is invite only. Now, the first coin that I opened actually before starting this video was from the Explore tab right here, and this particular strategy is going to revolve around bigger market cap coins, and the best place to find them is in this Explore section. I'm looking for coins at least in $1 million market cap, so at least 1 to 2 million. If more, that also works because anything less is going to be very volatile, and some basic technical analysis wouldn't really work or doesn't really work as well. So those coins are usually in the narrative, but you can perfectly trade coins outside of the narrative as well. And this coin, for example, had a really nice setup. Just again, I opened this one coin, but we're going to find more shortly. And the first thing that I see is, first of all, it's moving in this nice higher low pattern, as you can see here. Then we can clearly see the resistance, which the coin is respecting very well. And this was a perfect coin to trade, as you can see here. The resistance was right at this 4 million level, and each time it got close, it rejected, as you can see right here. So ideally, those points would be the taking profit levels, as you can see right here, and maybe this one, and the buying opportunities each time would have been at those higher lows. Now, this was right at this $1 million level. As you can see here, this is the first support level. This was the first great dip. And then we do have a double bottom here, which was the perfect entry at this support level. And support levels are the safest times to buy. Additionally, psychological levels like 1 million are where the price usually bounces from, because people are looking to buy and sell at round numbers, because people think in their heads that I will sell the coin or take profit at, let's say, 1 million or 2 million, 3 million. No one in their heads is thinking that I'm going to take profits at 4.2 million. It just makes no sense. Everyone is thinking in round numbers. So those are the levels where usually price action is very volatile. So that's for this. You're also going to look for volume in those coins. So whenever volume goes up, you almost have to assume that the price will go in correlation with the volume. So as soon as you start seeing those candles in a row, one being bigger than the other, that's for sure means that we are on a bullish trend. And then again, when the pattern decreases, when the volume goes down, it certainly means that you have to assume the price is heading downwards. And now, as you can see here, the volume of this particular coin is very small, so I would not trade this coin. I would say it's going downwards from here for sure. And another thing you want to look at, of course, is the ticker of the coin. You know, what is the coin about? Check the socials of a coin. If the developer sells his coin, can this coin thrive without the developer? That's also very important. Determine whether it is a developer-driven project or a community-driven project. Then, of course, look at the holders of the coin. how many holders are there and how much are they holding. As you can see here, in this coin's case, they're holding 14%, top 10 holders, which is very, very good. But anything more than 25 to 30 would be very problematic. And as you can see here, if you click right here, we have this audit report section, and you want all of those to be like this, 8 out of 8. So if one thing here is missing, this is a red flag for sure. Now it does flag holders as yellow or red after 15%, so this is the only acceptable metric. But now let's move forward and let me find a live coin so we can take a look at it. For example, this capybara, literally is the first thing I saw at 1 million. And funnily enough, this one as well has the all-time high at 4 million. What I like about it right now is it is moving in higher lows, as you can see here. So we have a first wave here, and then coins which survives the first wave and hopefully don't die in here can go for a second wave if they happen to make higher lows. However, 99% of those coins will have a pattern like this. They're going to consolidate for some time and eventually just go down to zero. So you have to assume that 99% of those coins are going to dump, because sooner or later this is what happens. It's about getting in quickly and exiting very quickly. For example, if you were to catch the first wave of this token, as you can see here, the window was 4.5 hours. Actually, no, 3.5 hours. So you just had a couple of hours. That was the time frame where you could have been profitable with this particular coin, and ever since it's been going down. So ideally, you want to catch the first side of this chart and not trade on the second side of the chart unless there are clear signs like higher lows and volume kicking in like this. But as of right now, volume is getting shallower, and volume hasn't really done anything for quite a while, for 4 hours as you can see. And this is not a good sign. So unless this picks up in volume, I wouldn't trade this coin. However, I would put it to a watch list, which is something you should definitely do. And of course, look at 5-minute volume. So even though it looks like it's very poor if you take a look at it right here, in comparison to what it used to be before, it used to be at 500k, as you can see right here. Yeah, on this right side corner. So 500k volume is nice, but this is at $50k volume in 5 minutes, in the last 5 minutes, which is very, very poor. Usually it should be at least a few hundred for this strategy. You want to look for support levels, and let me tell you that I can see one right here, and it won't always be precise. So it can go down, it can go wherever it wants to, essentially. But this is just like a cherry on top, just so you know where is a great time to enter. Support and resistance are for letting you know when it's cheap and when it's expensive, when should you buy and when should you take profits. So if this coin was to reverse, if it was to reverse from this support level, then the take profit point for myself would be at this resistance level. Now we don't know whether it's going to go there or perhaps even smash through the resistance, but this is the only time that we know is the take profit time. So this would be 4x from the support level. And here you should definitely take profits, because in the last example, we saw it rejecting from the resistance literally 3 times. So there were quite a couple very simple and convenient trades on this last coin. So this coin you still have to wait. Let me open something else. This coin KC at $50 million. This is simply too big of a market cap, I have to say. The volume is actually acceptable, but for a $50 million coin, it's not too much. Now, this chart, I wouldn't really trade. But of course, one of the first things you want to look at is the chart. And the thing here is that there is very little to no structure. So we do kind of have a support level right here, and we do have a clear resistance. But other than that, we can't really identify, we can't really understand anything about the chart. We don't have much structure to play with here. Let's take a look at this Chill Fam coin at $10 million in market cap. This might be quite good. And yeah, it is kind of interesting for sure. This is really similar to what our previous coin was looking like. If you remember, so let me actually open the last coin that we were looking at. So take a look, doesn't this setup look familiar right here? Look at this coin, right? Has this small first wave, then has this proper first wave. Then it quite literally has the exact same pattern right here, with the volume being down, and then it kind of went for a smaller second wave. Look at those two charts, they look literally identical. Very, very identical. So exactly what I said. If it makes higher lows, as you can see right here, let me draw them for you. 1, 2, 3, 4 higher lows, and then volume goes up, and as you can see here, price goes up. And this would have been a 3x trade, so that's quite good. And of course, you take profits at the resistance level, or sometimes you actually do take profits slightly before, because other traders can also see the previous all-time high, and that's their profit taking point. So if there are many smart traders, they're going to time their take profit levels a bit earlier than the actual all-time high. So as you can see here, we are a couple $1 million market cap short from the resistance, but nevertheless, you could have sold the top right here and made 3x if you were to time the entry and the exit perfectly. So now again, as you can see here, this volume candle right now is actually looking quite great. Like, it is going up and it's significantly higher than the rest of those candles. So I would be looking for this coin perhaps to reverse here again, make more higher lows just like this, and then maybe this time it can even smash through the resistance, in which case I do have a strategy for that as well. So let me actually zoom out a little bit for more convenience. So let's say that we have this scenario right here, and let's imagine that it does not reject. So we're talking about a rejection of the resistance before, but now let me show you a scenario and a strategy when a coin would break through the resistance and something like this would happen. And let's say that you were not in a position. Let's say you weren't in a position. So when a coin breaks through the resistance, what happens is there is no roof, meaning that we are in a price discovery phase. We don't know how high it's going to go, and we're not top blasting. We're not buying the coin at this level. What we are doing, though, is we're waiting for this coin to establish a new all-time high, whether it be 35 million, 40 million, 45 million, anything. And then we're waiting for it to come back down to this previously resistance, but now the support level. So a resistance to support level flip, resistance becomes the support level, and as you now know, support levels are the best times to buy in. And then something like this is very likely to happen if there is volume, if the ticker is good, if there are many holders. That's something you want to pay attention to as well. So all of those signs combined is something you have to look at. Not just support and resistance, not just higher lows, but sure, those help a lot. So here is my strategy. Use BullX in the description. Take a look at my other videos and come back for more. Subscribe.